and your Gold Cup champion, Cheeto Drury, the Mad Viking. Holy cow!
That's right, 39 years old, and your boy finally won a championship. But it didn't come without some drama, so let me set the table. Here's just some footage of me finding some kids to give my trophies to at the SoCal Nationals while I explain. I did have a pretty good qualifier season for the 2023 Gold Cup Championships, heading to the finals tied for first place with another gentleman out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. So we show up Thursday, went and checked out the track, was pretty excited because it looked like it was on point. Could not wait to get out there. So Friday evening, when it came time for practice, I was really excited getting on the gate for the first time. About halfway down the starting hill for my first lap of practice, I could tell that there was a sketchy situation brewing to my left with some other riders who were starting to get a little tangled up. I had nowhere to go as I was in gate 7, and the rider in gate 8 was literally on my elbow, so I didn't have any room to move over, but the riders to my left tangled up going over the first obstacle. As they went down, one of their bikes wrapped up in my front wheel, slingshotting me over the bars and landing on a roller right across my sternum without even being able to brace myself for impact. Between the speed we were traveling and my weight when I hit that roller, I could tell immediately that there was some serious damage. I took a while before I could catch my breath, and when I woke up Saturday morning, well, I say woke up, I really couldn't sleep because it hurt so bad, but when I finally got up, I knew that it was going to be a tricky weekend, but with the expense of traveling and just how close I was to being able to get a plate, I wasn't willing to give up. So here we are, Saturday morning, first round of racing. I just wanted to get on the track to see how it felt. So here I am taking a lap without even pedaling. Sorry there's not going to be action-packed racing for me this video, but, it is what it is. I noticed that the kid in front of me, even though I haven't pedaled, I'm not too far behind. I know he's pretty new to the sport just based on his posture while he's riding and his lack of confidence. So I was thinking if I could maybe sneak in a few cranks here and there, I might be able to get around him to make the main event and then see where it goes. Kind of funny, Charlie, the announcer, just noticing that I was way further behind than I should have been.
Oh, man.
Okay, now.
Cheeto, what on planet Earth happened? I couldn't even recognize you. He lost his power.
Because he didn't know what was going on until I crossed the finish line here and told him. So here we are, second round on Saturday, and my goal was just get to the first turn as fast as my body would let me. Much to my surprise, I actually snapped the gate and just took off and was first to the first turn. Being able to pump without pedaling was really hurting my ribs, but I was able to hold off first place to the second turn, and I actually made it almost to the third turn before I got past. I did not pedal again after the first straightaway.
And Matt Cluck, the Mad Viking. I cannot believe he was actually leading this race after the way he was feeling there when he came around that first time. Had me worried there. Matt Cluck gonna get there. Mad Viking, can't believe you did it.
But at this point, I knew I was in qualifying position, so it didn't matter. I was pretty happy going to the main event. So here, there's one other guy in my class for the main event, Mark Garlow, and he was a couple points behind me. So my thoughts were, if I could pull off a decent enough lap and beat him, then there wasn't enough people showing up for the finals on Sunday to where he was going to be able to pass me in points. So I did the same thing. I just gave it my best effort to the first turn, gave it a few cranks coming out, gave it a few cranks coming out of the second turn. I'm still in second place coming out of the third turn. I know they're coming. I can feel it, but I had nothing to give. I managed to stay ahead, so I pulled off a second place for Saturday.
It's going to be Brent Fletcher in there for the win. Whoa! Cheeto in there for second to 216. All right, Mark Garlow with third.
Now going into Sunday, I was so far ahead on points because the gentleman from Albuquerque, New Mexico didn't show up. So at this point, the championship is already mine. There's no way that I can lose. So I just kind of went out, took a nice easy lap, even though my wife didn't want me to. So you can hear Charlie joking around about getting in trouble with my wife for being on the track. But, that was it. It was over at that point. I'm already a champion. I just gotta wait until the main events are over today.
Viking. Oh man, yeah, Cheeto the Mad Viking Drury. Yeah, she'll be the mad Viking. Found out he was out there, so don't tell him. Don't tell his wife. Mark Garlow, Cheeto Mad Viking Drury. Transfers. And motor number 48, 3640 novice. Oh, we're gonna stay quiet on this one. Everybody, don't tell anybody that Cheeto was out there. All right, motor 49, 41, 45 novice.
Here we are for the main event on Sunday, right before the awards ceremony. Like I said, at this point, I was already champion. I didn't want to risk further injuring myself because I woke up this morning and it literally felt like my right side lung would not inflate. So at this point, I'm genuinely concerned I have a deflated lung. So I wanted to be as easy on my body as I possibly could, so I literally was walking off the track. You can see me there walking across. Lots of love from not only the announcers, from everybody at USA BMX, and all the fans in attendance, and the kids. It's kind of funny, you see here, when I finally get across the finish line, I kind of get a swarm of kids coming up to me. I couldn't run my visor and my helmet horns like I normally do because they all shattered apart when I hit the ground in the wreck, but it's still me underneath all that. And here it is. I get all the hugs and high fives from all the kids, and this is what keeps me going. This is why I'm out there even if I can't breathe, because you guys cheering me on just means everything to me. So thank you guys so much for all the love, all the support. Super excited to have such a solid Gold Cup season in 2023, and just excited to see where the future goes for 2024. I'll let you guys enjoy the end of the video. Thank you so much.
Oh, I didn't need to race today.
Just right on.
That's why I was rolling.
Yeah, I know. I was like, he's hurting.
All right, 3640 novices, second place, Mark Garlow. And your Gold Cup champion, Cheeto Drury, the Mad Viking. Holy cow! Do not hug him right now. He is, oh man. I thought you were going to the doctor. When you get home, okay.
Yeah, Cheeto!
Cheeto, don't fall down.
Catch me.
Move in, stage 5.
We got to catch Cheeto if he falls.
Never gonna catch me.
When it was all said and done and I was back home, I went to the hospital for x-rays, which showed that I had a rib fracture that was dislodged, creating a really sharp point that was stabbing me in my right lung. Every time I took a breath, that was greater than about 45 to 50% of my lung capacity. That was an extremely dangerous situation, and I am very lucky that it did not lead to a punctured lung or a deflated lung, as it could have gotten a lot worse very quickly. I cannot recommend riding when you know you're injured, but as Eric Grindle says, racers race. So that's the story of how I finally became a champion. We will see you guys in a future video. Until then, race and pillage.